Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to make the watercolor pop-up greeting card. It is a white card I bought from the art supply store. You can find it anywhere, I believe. And it is white everywhere. And already they got the 49, which is very convenient. And also I prepared some white paper, which is the same white color, so I can draw the watercolor on it. And also you need an extra small piece because we want to make it a pop-up. Of course, you need also glue and scissors. One thing I like to mention is it is a very small white card, so you don't want the flower or whatever the item you draw is oversized. So you have to plan ahead just to be sure. Today I'm not going to use watercolor paper. I'm going to challenge myself with like this kind of normal card paper. The reason I didn't pick up the watercolor paper is because it's quite thick. This is a pop-up, which means it have many layers in between. That's basically the reason I didn't pick up that. Of course, since we pick up this kind of normal card to draw the watercolor, it doesn't absorb the water that much like the professional watercolor paper. So I'm going to check how it turns out today. As you see, it seems the paper doesn't absorb the color very well, but which is okay for me so far. I quite like it. So also another thing I figure out is this paper is quite fragile on the surface, which means when you draw you cannot repeat the same place with the water many times, otherwise you're gonna destroy the paper. I'm going to draw something very simple, try not to repeat at the same place many times. Now I want to talking about what I want to draw. And for this pop-up card, I like to keep it simple. That is also why you can see I just keep everything in red or a little bit orange. Even the leaves also I keep in red color. And before I draw, I need more or less to calculate how many flowers I want to draw. For this card, I did around 10 or 12 flowers. Big one, small one, because you want to place that in front and also put that in back. For the leaves also, you need to draw some leaves very long and some leaves very short to just play a little bit, put everything together. So far, it seems this paper turns out quite okay for me, as long as I don't repeat in the same place many times. Actually, I'm quite pleased with the result. When the first layer is completely dry, I come back to get a little bit of details. Not too much, just a little bit. Just to avoid too boring the shapes, so I also add some branches. Also, I like to add some berries. It looks nice. Just have fun. Don't forget all the different sizes of the leaves. Big one, small one. Small flowers, big flowers. Some details to the leaves. So I'm quite happy about the result and the amount of flowers, the leaves. I'm ready to move to the next step, which is just cut out everything. I spent quite a little bit of time to cut it out. Actually, if you want it simple, you don't need to draw so many items, and you just can draw a little bit larger size also, so just save some time. After I done the cutting, I try to gathering all the flowers together and the leaves together. Then I move to the next step is just prepare the pop-up card. I start to fold in the small piece of the paper, and I consider it's like stairs, which means you can decide 2 steps, 3 steps as you want. I also want to do is just cut some lines from the back side. In that way you can have more depth instead of the flat steps. When I'm done the folding, and I start to glue them together. Now I'm ready to glue all the flowers and the leaves back to the card. One thing you have to be careful is the big size. It's better you push them back to the background, just to be sure they are not hiding each other. Now I move back to the cover of this card. I start to write the greeting words. A small touch of the watercolor drawing, and then you're done with your card. I like to use this kind of a craft envelope to give a little bit of handmade touch. Here you go, a beautiful watercolor greeting card. Do you like it? Thank you.